He rose from nothing, abandoned as a boy, hunted by rivals, and left to die in the frozen wilderness. Yet within decades, he built the largest land empire in human history, stretching from the Pacific Ocean to the heart of Europe. He toppled kingdoms, crushed empires, and rewrote the fate of entire civilizations. To his enemies, he was a bloodthirsty destroyer. To his people, he was a lawgiver, a unifier, and a visionary. This is the story of Changez Khan, the man who conquered half the known world. Changez Khan was not born a king. He was born Temujin around 1162 on the harsh steppes of Mongolia. His father, Yesugei, was a tribal chieftain of the Borjigin clan. But when Temujin was just 9 years old, his father was poisoned by rival Tatars. The young boy's family was abandoned by their own tribe and left destitute. These early years were brutal. Temujin's family survived by hunting and gathering, often starving through harsh winters. He learned early the cruelty of betrayal. Even his own relatives turned against him. At one point, he was captured by enemies, placed in a wooden collar, and treated as a slave, until he made a daring escape. These experiences forged a relentless survivor. Temujin grew to believe that loyalty and unity were stronger than bloodlines, and that a man's worth was proven by his strength, not his birth. In the chaotic world of 12th century Mongolia, tribal warfare was constant. Temujin's vision was revolutionary. Instead of endless clan rivalries, he sought to unite the Mongol tribes under one law, one identity. By his 20s, Temujin had gathered loyal followers, men who valued his fairness and discipline. Unlike other chieftains, he promoted warriors by merit, not family ties. He outlawed the kidnapping of women, redistributed loot fairly, and established a code of loyalty that bound his followers tighter than blood. Through alliances, betrayals, and brutal battles, Temujin slowly defeated rival clans. In 1206, after years of struggle, he achieved the unthinkable. The Mongol tribes declared him their supreme leader. He was given the title Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. The steppe, once fractured, now had a master. With unity achieved at home, Genghis Khan looked outward. His first major campaign was against the Xia dynasty in northern China. His horsemen swept through their fortresses with terrifying speed. Then he turned on the mighty Jin dynasty, whose armies outnumbered his by the hundreds of thousands. Here, Genghis displayed his genius. He perfected the art of mobility. Mongol horse archers could ride for days, shooting with deadly accuracy while never dismounting. He used feigned retreats, pretending to flee, only to lure enemies into traps. His armies could travel faster than any foe, living off their herds and carrying minimal supplies. Against all odds, the Mongols toppled cities that had stood for centuries. Walls crumbled before their siege engines, and fear spread like wildfire. One of the most infamous episodes of Genghis Khan's career came in 1218, when he sought peaceful trade with the Khwarezmian Empire, which stretched across modern-day Iran and Central Asia. But the Shah of Khwarezm betrayed him, killing his envoys. The response was catastrophic. In 1219, Genghis launched one of the most destructive invasions in history. City after city, Bukhara, Samarkand, Urgench, fell to the Mongols. The destruction was immense. Chronicles speak of entire populations wiped out. Yet Genghis also showed pragmatism. Artisans, scholars, and engineers were spared and sent back to enrich Mongolia. From this campaign, his reputation as an unstoppable and merciless conqueror spread across Eurasia. By the 1220s, Mongol armies were raiding into the Caucasus and Eastern Europe. At the Battle of Kalka River in 1223, Mongol generals annihilated a coalition of Russian princes and their allies. The scale of the defeat shocked Europe, yet they had only seen a fraction of the storm to come. But Genghis Khan was not only a destroyer, he was also a builder. He introduced the yasa, a code of laws that enforced discipline, religious tolerance, and order across his empire. He abolished aristocratic privilege, raised up talented commoners, and established a postal system with relay stations that allowed messages to travel thousands of miles at incredible speed. Under his rule, trade flourished along the Silk Road, connecting East and West more closely than ever before. His empire became a bridge of cultures, where goods, ideas, and technologies traveled in ways the world had never seen. In 1227, while campaigning against the Western Xia, Genghis Khan died. The exact cause remains a mystery. Some say he fell from his horse, others claim illness, and legends tell of an assassination. His burial site remains unknown to this day, shrouded in secrecy. But his legacy did not end there. His sons and grandsons expanded the Mongol Empire even further, reaching Poland, Hungary, and the gates of Vienna, while in the east, Kublai Khan conquered all of China, founding the Yuan dynasty. At its height, the Mongol Empire was the largest contiguous empire in history, covering over 24 million square kilometers, nearly a quarter of the Earth's landmass. It's said that Genghis Khan's genetic legacy lives on. Modern studies suggest that around 16 million men today carry DNA tracing back to him. Despite his fearsome reputation, he granted religious freedom across his empire, protecting Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, and others alike. He was illiterate, but valued knowledge, surrounding himself with scholars, translators, and strategists. His name, Changez, meant more than warrior. It implied universal or oceanic, symbolizing vastness without end. To this day, Genghis Khan is remembered with awe and controversy. To some, he was a ruthless conqueror who left cities in ashes. To others, he was a visionary who brought law, order, and global connection. But one thing is undeniable. From a starving child on the steppes, he reshaped the map of the world. His empire may have fractured, but his legacy remains, etched into history as the man who turned the winds of the steppe into a storm that forever changed civilization. He was not just a conqueror. He was Changez Khan, the man who shook the world. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And for more motivational stories and inspiring biographies of world-famous personalities, make sure to subscribe Millionaire Dad so we can learn and grow together. See you in the next one.